Hi guys, welcome back to Obodo TV. It's your girl Bridget Ekpo. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm here today with Bros. Introduce yourself. What's your name?
They already know my name.
Did they know your name? You think they know your name? You think you're famous or something?
Yeah.
This is Toby. Some of you know him. We did a vlog together last time and he's back again. We're talking about children. We want to talk about children. Some of you have said, oh, we should do more vlogs together. We should do more vlogs together. First of all, if it's your first time, thank you very much for joining us. And if you haven't subscribed, there's a red button down there. Ensure that you're clicking on the red button and you're clicking on the bell sign. A lot of people are not clicking on the bell sign, so you don't know when I upload videos. And I've done my first live video now and I thoroughly enjoyed it, so I'm going to be doing more live videos. And if you don't click on the bell sign, you're not going to get notification when I start doing my live. I'm going to try and do live videos like towards evening when most people would have finished from work, those who do 9 to 5, so we can have more interactive sections. Yeah, so this is my son Toby and we are talking about children today, African children in the diaspora. So I came home yesterday. When was it? Was it yesterday or a few days ago? And he was telling me how his friend got shipped. He said my friend got shipped shipped to Nigeria. What does being shipped to Nigeria means? Explain.
When your parents give you a one-way ticket to the
One-way ticket. I love that. One-way ticket to Nigeria. So how many of your friends have got shipped now?
3, but 2 come back.
So 3 of his friends got one-way ticket. If they got one-way ticket, how did 2 of them come back?
Oh, because their behavior got better.
Aha! So one time somebody was asking me, one of you, my subscribers, was asking me what I think about sending children to Africa. In those days, not now, in the maybe 80s, 70s, a lot of African children who were born in the diaspora were sent by their parents to go back to Africa to go and learn manners. I still believe very strongly that even today, that Africa is the best place to raise children, because there are so many things that they will learn which they will not learn over here, because this society is just, I don't know, it spoils children, let's put it that way. Yeah, so Africa is the best place to raise children as far as I'm concerned, because in Africa there are so many things that children will learn. In Nigeria, for instance, first of all, this laziness that all these Obodo children are so lazy. They are not going to be so lazy there, because they are not going to have access to so many of these things that they take for granted. 24 hours electricity is not going to be there. They will wash their own clothes with their own hands. They will learn manners. They will learn the value of hard work. And they will learn resilience, which is one of the things that I really like about growing up in Africa. You learn to be resilient. All these children, they are like a Greek fowl. So why did you say 2 of your friends got shipped? Why did they get shipped? What did they do? Let's explore it. Why did they get shipped?
It wasn't a particular thing they did. It was a series of events.
Series of events, okay. Like, number 1, were they going late to school?
It was just like behavior in school.
Behavior in school. They were getting detentions. Yeah. Teachers were complaining about their behavior. They were not learning as much as they should be learning. Just playing too much, not taking their schoolwork seriously. So they got shipped. I love that. At a point, to be honest, I was considering shipping you. You know that. I threaten you with it all the time. That I'm going to ship him. It's still not off the books yet. Actually, I was so serious about shipping Toby to Nigeria one time because of his behavior in school, especially. It's not a bad kid. He just plays too much. That's the problem. He gets carried away. We'll be playing, and then the teachers will start calling us to say, oh, he's not listening, he's making noise, and he talks too much as well. He's a talkative. See, yeah, he can't stop talking. So I said I was going to ship him to Naija. Then I spoke to my friend's husband. I went to see my friend one time, Ronke. The husband is a psychiatrist, and he talked me out of it, and it was like, he's seen experiences of some children that were, taken back home and the impact it had on their mental health and their well-being, that he wouldn't advise. He discouraged me from it, actually, because I started looking for school for him already, because I've got friends, loads of friends in Nigeria. Boarding school, he will just fit in nicely. He will just go into boarding school. He will wash his clothes by himself. There's no internet, that he will be on internet. There's no electricity 24 hours. I mean, some of the international schools will probably have electricity 24 hours, but I mean, he's going to let so much more. So the two of your of your mutual friends that were shipped, what happened? How did they get to come back?
So I think their parents started visiting them
In Nigeria,
and then they saw how
improved. Their character has improved. You see, if you want to fix a child's attitude, Africa, you don't even need anybody telling you. But
one of my friends said he didn't learn anything in Nigeria.
He didn't learn anything. What does it mean?
Like the education wasn't as good here.
What kind of school was he in? Was he in a boarding school? Was he in a private school?
Boarding school.
Boarding school.
Yeah.
What area of Nigeria was he sent to?
I don't know.
He said he didn't learn anything in terms of academically. But what about his character?
Yeah, he was.
Is he still talking in class now that he has been rescued?
No, he came back on the last summer term, and then he's gonna come back to school after the summer holiday.
And how is his behavior now?
I have only seen him when I went out, but he looks different.
I like that. He looked different. What's different about him? His looks.
He got skinnier.
Were they not feeding him?
Before two of my friends come back, the other one he's changed the same, but the other one, he used to be much bigger, and now he's much slimmer.
He's lost weight.
Yeah.
It's good to lose weight. They put him on a diet. What about the second one?
The second one, he looks the same, but like he just looks ungroomed.
What do you mean ungroomed?
Like his hair wasn't brushed. I don't think he brushed his hair for the 2 years he was gone.
Because they have to shave their hair. They don't have time for all this style. Like you managed to cut your akpola hair. The akpola hair that you and daddy has been you've been wrestling over to cut. You finally cut it now. Now it's durag your time because you want to do waves. Look, it's waves that is the thing. Now this boy will stay in the bathroom and be combing hair. For 1 hour he's combing this hair because he wants to have wave. Is it weave or wave or what? Waves. Because he wants to have wave. Then he will go and tie one durag on his head. Come and see his father will come and say, take that thing off your head. One black thing like this, then he will now wrap another thing on his head and say he's doing. Why do you have time to do that in Nigeria? You don't have time. Nobody got time for that in Nigeria. No. Nigeria, you fix your attitude. In fact, they'll be begging every day. I'm sure your friends will be texting their parents every day, please, let me come back. I will never talk in school anymore.
The thing is, when they both went, like my friend, one of my friends, his mom said, "Oh, we're going on vacation to Nigeria."
That is the way. If I'm taking you, think I'm going to know? You think you will know where I'm taking you? I just say, let's go and see your auntie. Your uncle wants to see you. You will know the time we'll come back. We'll just leave you there. Next thing you see yourself in a boarding school. So they say, let's go for vacation. Well, then what happened?
And the next thing you know, he was at his relative's house, and his mum left, and he didn't see his mum anymore. And then his mum said, "Oh, you're staying here and you're going to boarding school," and he started crying.
He was humble.
He started crying.
He will be humble. Nigeria will humble you.
And then my other friend told me that his mom just showed him the papers and said, "We're going to Nigeria," and he had to accept it.
Wow. She told him from here.
Yeah.
Wow. Moms, don't play with moms. Moms, when they mean business, they mean business. And then he went. He knew he was already going to boarding school.
Yeah.
And he went. Is he back now?
Yeah.
Okay. And his character, does it seem humble?
I haven't seen him in school, so I don't know.
Okay, maybe we'll do an update. We can't get him here because obviously you can't get children here on videos without parental, consent. But I would have loved to find out from him what the experience. Maybe you should ask him. Ask him what it was like. Take notes. Ask him, how was life in Nigeria? How was life in the boarding school? Were you fetching water? Were you washing your clothes with your hand? Were you ironing your clothes? How was the food? And how was the discipline? Was there cane? I don't think they cane them anymore. They don't flog them anymore. Before, when I was in secondary school, I told you about Mr. Ezio. Yeah, you should take notes. Ask them, what was life like in Nigeria? Have like a list of questions. Maybe I'll design the question for you. What did you do? How was your day? What time did you wake up, for instance? Here, when you have school, your school starts at 9 and you wake up by 7. Ask them, what time were they waking up? Nigerian school starts very early. What time were they waking up? Did they have like chores? I'm sure they will have chores. Even in boarding school, you'll be shocked that they have to do some work. Like they have to actually do some chores in the hostel. You know, they have to iron their own clothes. You iron your own clothes. They have to, maybe if the school does not have like ironing, I don't know, a washing machine, they have to wash their own clothes by themselves. Then they have prep. Do you know what they call prep? Prep is when you go and read, the time that you read in the evening. When I was in secondary school, we have prep. So you have like 2 hours every evening after school. When you get home, you've done your chores, you do everything, you go back to school. If you're a day student, then you go and read for about 2 hours before you go home.
That's detention.
It's not detention.
That's detention.
No, it's not. It's not detention. You would have gone home if you're a day student, but if you're a boarding student, you go back to the classroom and you read. It's dedicated time that they dedicate to studies. How is it detention? It's preparing you.
Detention.
It's not detention.
Detention is when you stay back after school, and you can read in that time that they still keep you back. You can just sit there. For me, that would be detention.
No, they don't sit there. They go back. Like then they'll come back. This is compulsory. It's learning time. It's like homework time. Okay, let's say it's homework time. The time that you take to go and do your homework, you do some extra studies and things like that.
That's not. It's like how do I say it? Like you do homework, but not in the time the school. In the period of time the school, the teacher hands it and says, the deadline for you to give it back. But you don't need to do it like on that same day.
Even if it's not homework, you still do some dedicated.
But detention is time that you stay back from school that are not in the school hours.
Yeah, this is not detention. They don't call it detention. They call it prep. I've just told you what they call it in my time. I don't know what they call it now, even if they still do it. But that's what they call it. So yeah, going to Nigeria fixes attitude, but obviously people have different ways about it. So how do you feel about going to Nigeria, being shipped to Nigeria to go and learn some manners?
Never do that.
I will never do that.
No.
You want to bet on it?
Yes.
It's not off the table yet, you know.
Well, you know how I know you do. You can't do that.
Wow, how do you?
You love me too much.
Can you imagine? I love him too much.
You could never ship me.
It's because I love you. That's why I want to ship you to go and learn manners.
No.
When you come back now, if I say, "Oh, Toby," you will just jump and you say, "Present, ma."
But if I come back, I'll be so distant from.
Why will you be distant?
Culture.
Which culture?
Wise.
Which culture?
In Nigeria, the type of music I listen to.
What?
The type of friends that I have. Type of things we'll talk about.
They will shape you. They will shape you. You're an African. It will make you a great African.
And I'll come back and I'll be antisocial.
You'll be a proud African.
I'll be antisocial.
What's antisocial? What is the meaning of that?
There'll be no one that talks about the same things with me.
It doesn't matter. You are more superior in your knowledge because you would have gained extensive knowledge in Africa.
No. I don't think going to Nigeria and coming back. If we're coming back to normal and to education.
Yeah.
If you
what if you go, like you're going to year 10 now, you go, you finish the whole of your secondary school there, and then you come back and you go to you do your A levels.
That makes more sense. But if you're coming back in the same second.
No. If I ship you, you are shipped. You are shipped. If I ever ship you, consider yourself shipped for the remaining secondary school. So when you come back, you're going to come to A levels, and all these subjects, you will be top in. your class. You know, the education is very, very high there in Nigeria. The education system is quite high. The things they are teaching them, Nigerian children, their curriculum is so much. You guys, what did they teach you here? What did they teach you? Everything is just, they take the learning, so they space it. Go to Nigeria and see what children are doing in primary school. The maths that they are doing, you'll be shocked. They have homework every day in primary school. You never had homework. You didn't even do exam. Do you know in Nigeria they do exam from day one? They do exam all through. The first exam you did was year 6. SATs.
I did exams in year 4 and year 5.
Don't even call it exam. Call it SATs.
And I did SATs again. I think it was in year 2 or year 3.
That's mock SATs.
They do mocks in secondary school.
Please, what kind of exam do people do that they can? There's nobody that will fail. Everybody will pass. We all went to school in Nigeria. How can you do exam? Everybody will pass. This one, there's nobody fails. So everybody will be promoted. Let me tell you something. In Nigeria, if you fail, you repeat the class. But that's what they call exam.
There's no point of that.
There's no point.
You'll just be held back.
Yeah. So you learn more. You read more. Some people 4 years they will be in the same class. Anyway, so what do you guys feel about sending children back home to Africa? Would you consider sending your child to secondary school to go and learn some manners? I think it's very, very important.
It really isn't. It really is.
Never listen to this words and say, oh, he loves me too much. She loves me. My mom loves me too much. It's not. When you love someone, that's when you even do things to make sure that they grow up and they are well, adjusted. Their manners and their attitude towards life, is well adjusted. So I like to hear your thoughts about this one. Let's end it here. Say bye-bye. Bye. It's getting shipped. It's getting shipped to Nigeria soon. Shipped until after. If you guys don't see him anymore, he's been shipped. Until college, then he will come back. When he come back, he will be matured. He will be a matured man with beard everywhere. Bye. Catch you.